Today we are reading Just Wild Enough by Mireya Mayor, Primatologist, by Martha Magellan, illustrated by Clementine Rocheron. After the video, stay tuned for reading questions and activity ideas and visit laurenmartinbooks.com for more free learning resources. Please like, share, and subscribe to Lauren Martin Books for more read-along stories. Now let's read Just Wild Enough, Mireya Mayor, Primatologist. From Mireya Mayor. I grew up in Miami, a big city with few opportunities for exploration in nature, but my love and curiosity for animals began as soon as I could crawl. I love travel and adventure, but what I love even more is protecting animals that are on the verge of extinction. I make TV programs about wild places and animals in hopes of inspiring the next generation of explorers. And while I don't look like a scientist, I never let anyone discourage me from pursuing my dreams. It's important that we follow our dreams and try to make a difference, even when those dreams seem too wild to become a reality. I am a living example that all dreams are possible, and that no dream is too wild. Mireya Mayor's house teemed with critters, raggedy cats that strayed into her yard, waggly-tailed dogs that followed her home, rabbits, birds, snapping turtles, and a chicken named Maggie. Mireya adopted the worms, snails, and beetles burrowing and scurrying outside and sheltered them under her bed. But the brown anole lizards darted by too fast. She needed a closer look. A dandelion stem tied with a loop at the end was just the thing. Swoop! Got it. Mireya examined the lizard just as a scientist would and set it free. Her house was like a wild kingdom, but not quite wild enough. Camping in the woods would be wild. Mireya asked Mommy if she could join the Girl Scouts. And sleep outdoors at night, Mommy said, too dangerous. So Mireya took ballet lessons instead. As she grew, Mireya's dancing got better and better. Twirling and whirling, she spun like a tornado, waved like an ocean, and leaped like a gazelle. While in college, Mireya auditioned to be a cheerleader for the National Football League. Waving pom-poms in front of 75,000 Miami Dolphin fans thrilled her. The cheer and crowd was wild, but not quite wild enough. Mireya wanted to hang with primates, gorillas, monkeys, chimpanzees, orangutans, baboons, lemurs. Her dreams roared as loud as the crowds at the football games. I'd like to be a primatologist, Mireya told her college professor. The instructor told Mireya she would have to work in a jungle. Awesome! In pink hiking boots, a black designer vest, and flaming red lipstick, she felt quite wild enough. Not everybody agreed. Mommy wanted Mireya to follow her dreams, but not camp in a dangerous jungle. Mireya's cheerleader friends understood she needed a change. But why trade in pom-poms for hiking boots? Some researchers told her she didn't look like a scientist. But what does a scientist look like anyway? So, dreaming louder than all the doubters, Mireya plunged into a South American jungle to study a rare monkey. But wading in swamps brought trouble. A blood infection. Mireya's hands swelled into red and purple balloons. The doctor said she almost died. Back home in the hospital, she daydreamed of her next wild adventure. But dreaming wasn't quite wild enough. On the far-flung island of Madagascar, far, far away from anywhere Mireya had ever been, there lived a rare primate, almost extinct. Nobody had ever studied those inky black lemurs up close. Nobody had ever photographed them. Nobody thought Mireya would go, but she did. So many hissing, giant cockroaches, screaming geckos, and creatures that looked like Dr. Seuss characters. The place looked wild enough. Mireya felt right at home. While in Madagascar, National Geographic hired her as its very first woman wildlife TV reporter. With the camera rolling, she explored giraffes in Namibia, great white sharks in the Pacific Ocean, gorillas in the Congo. The media called her the female Indiana Jones, a whip-cracking professor from the movies. It was as wild as it could get, but it wasn't quite wild enough, not for Mireya. So, with another researcher, she hiked deep into the mountains in Madagascar, inside one of its last virgin rainforests, to record every wild creature they could find. But one tiny lemur had them stumped. Mireya needed a closer look. Night after night, Mireya placed bananas inside a trap. Morning after morning, the trap was full of fruit flies, but nothing quite wild enough. One rainy evening, a surprise, the tiniest of all primates, a mouse lemur, shivered inside. Got it. Mireya nestled the sopping wet lemur in her shirt pocket. Leaping over tree roots, she dashed back to camp. She drew some of its blood and analyzed the samples. What a discovery! Neither a western nor an eastern mouse lemur. It was a new species, but Mireya saw trouble ahead. The little primate lived in a threatened habitat. Fires burned up and down the hillsides. People were stripping the trees from the rainforest for fuel. The lemur's home wouldn't stay wild enough for long. To protect the endangered lemur, Mireya met with Jacques Silla, the Prime Minister of Madagascar. With her usual passion, she rooted for the mouse lemur's survival, and she posed a wild idea. Could the area be declared a national park? The Prime Minister wondered and pondered, and finally, "We can do it," he said. The government declared the lemur's rainforest a protected area. The tiniest of primates, with one cheerleader-turned-scientist, helped save a threatened wilderness, which would now and for a long time to come remain quite wild enough. Who did you learn about in this book? What are they famous for? What did they do to accomplish their goals and change the world for the better? What challenges, obstacles, or difficulties did they overcome to achieve their dreams and make the world a better place? What can you learn from Mireya Mayor? What are your goals and dreams? What can you do to make the world a better place in big ways and in small, everyday ways? Today, tomorrow, this week, this month, this year, and throughout your life. What challenges might you need to overcome? And how can you overcome them with the help of others, or with the help of your own determination and hard work? Write or draw what you learned about Mireya Mayor in this book, and write and draw about your goals and dreams and what you can do to make the world a better place. Please like, share, and subscribe to Lauren Martin Books for more read-along stories. Visit laurenmartinbooks.com for more books and free learning resources. Thank you for reading with me.